How long do you plan on doing YouTube for? Will you slowly transition into only music? Welcome back! I haven't done one of these in a very, very long time, but I'd like to do a Q&A, which is generally a last resort type video because, I don't know, it's a little lazy, but I haven't done one in a while, and also I'm kind of tired. I have been working like crazy, which it feels good. I'm not complaining. I love working. I love being busy. I don't know. When I was thinking about what I wanted to do this week, I've just been in the studio so much and like writing so much and spending a lot of time with friends. Most of my ideas that I have for YouTube coming up are like week-long experimental videos. I'm also flying to New York and Newcastle, Pennsylvania because I'm producing a lot of like bigger videos. So this week I need to just be chill. Let's be chill. So I figured I would do a little Q&A, and while I'm doing a Q&A, I'd like to work on a merch design, which is also a lyric to my next song. I'm going to be talking while drawing. Of course my iPad's gonna die soon. Why wouldn't it? I asked you guys on Twitter to use the hashtag Gabby I wanna know. And we're gonna find out what you wanna know while I draw a picture. This is gonna be complicated. Cool. First of all, let me tell you about, first of all, I was about to start telling you about my next song, but somewhat of a segue. Hey, I say this almost every week now, but music is really, really expensive, and I'm an independent artist, and I am self-funding my entire album and all of my music videos, which racks up really, really quickly. So, I've been doing a lot of sponsors, and you guys have been really, really great about supporting those sponsors, and we have a sponsor today. This video is sponsored by Firework. Firework is a free app. Most apps are free, right? But this one's also free, where you can shoot and watch videos. They're 15 seconds long, so basically it's like Vine reincarnate. Is that a word? I've heard people say it. It's Vine reincarnated, just in case it's not a word. I don't want you to clock me. So it's where you can catch up on all your memes, your dance videos, your singing videos, your comedy, from your favorite influencers, but also from just everyday people. And anybody can win real dollars in weekly video challenges. So I have an album to fund, so I'll probably hop on over there. Whoa, this is actually so cool. Watch this. You can add cool features, like this is a motion feature. Okay, shake. Bullshit. So now when you play it back, look at all the effects! Oh my god, it looks like they're Wait, that's so clever. I'm impressed. You can just do a side-by-side collab. That is so cute. This is a really cool way to get discovered because, I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing now. All that stuff started on an app. So if you don't have a lot of followers, this is a really great place to start off and get discovered. It'll be linked down below, and I'll be looking for your videos. Now, let's get into the questions and my drawing. Okay, let us start. So I have a vision of what I'm gonna draw. I don't know exactly yet, but I have a pretty good idea. It's gonna be hard to map out. That's the thing. Conceptually, it's there. First question. I opened up the app and literally everybody was asking this question. Everybody was saying, are you going to tour again? Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to tour again, actually. In fact, somebody else actually asked, what are you more likely to go on first, a music tour or another book tour? I'd actually be really interested in trying to make both work. So like you would come to the book stop, but it's also a concert, or it's a concert and with the cost of a ticket, you also get a book. I'd like to put the two together. I'm trying to also time when my music comes out with when my book is finished. So I'm trying to be pretty diligent about working on both things equally and not ignoring the other. And also merch. That was also a lot of the questions on there is where's your merch? Where's your merch? Where's your merch? Oh, this is already really cool. What was the question? How are you doing? Like genuinely. Genuinely amazing. I'm genuinely very happy. I'm in such a good place. Dude, this year, there's this thing called Saturn Return that Megan actually told me about, Megan Batoon. It's basically something to do with Saturn. Honestly, Google it because I'm gonna mess it up. But like, there's this thing with the planets where like the planets align exactly where they were when the day you were born or something, and then you have sort of like a rebirth, and then you become a true adult like every 27 to 29 and a half years or something. And I do not believe in astrology at all. Like I could not care less about astrology. But when I was reading about the Saturn return thing and then comparing it to what happened in my life, and like I'm 27 years old, so it all lines up time-wise, I was like, oh, this makes sense. But I'm genuinely so happy and in the best place I could possibly be, and I wouldn't change a thing. And here's the thing, like I'm actually currently dealing with some like really shady business stuff right now with like people I should have never been involved with in the first place, and that sucks. But like I'm not upset about it. Like I'm keeping cool about it, which is sick. I've actually gotten really fucked over hard like twice in the past like 2 weeks. But I'm like not sweating it because I know everything's gonna work out the way it's gonna work out, and I know I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I know that the people who are doing these things are just sort of like lost. As far as I'm concerned, the fact that these things are happening and they're not affecting me emotionally, I'm just happy. I have great friends. I have a great career. I'm pursuing my dreams. I'm sitting on the floor filming answers to a Q&A that people for some reason care enough about my life that they're interested. Things are good. Can we expect any Panic at the Disco cover / renditions? Not on like an album, but definitely I'm gonna be doing this thing on my IGTV where I'm gonna do what I call bathroom covers, and it's literally just me sitting on the floor singing covers. So if you're interested in that, make sure you're following my Instagram and turn on my notifications because I'm gonna be posting a lot of stuff there. God, I love dying in LA so much. Nobody owes you now when you're dying in LA. When you're dying in LA. How do you always look so good, and how are you so talented? I don't know about always look good. I mean, I didn't even shower today. When are you bringing out merch? And will there be merch with bonkers on it? Because that would make me very happy. Well, I'm designing some merch right now, and yes, there will be bonkers merch for sure. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Dude, people always ask me this, and I always forget to say it, but my favorite YouTuber is probably Matt Pat and like the Game Theorist and the Film Theorist. I just think those videos are so well done. I think that the production is amazing. I think the editing is amazing. I think the content is amazing. I think everything about the Film Theorist and Game Theorist is absolutely incredible. This is not straight. Like mathematically, I can't figure out where I went wrong with this picture already. I get so frustrated doing this. I'm gonna make a really dumb mistake. It's gonna irritate me. I should hire a professional. How was your day today? Love you. I actually had a really good day. I woke up and I went for a very nice hike, and then I filmed a video for my vlog channel. Check it out if you haven't. We know that I don't post on my vlog channel ever, but hey. And then I was gonna restart my diet today, and by diet I mean just being a little more cautious of what I'm eating, because ever since my music video I shot honestly, and then I threw all caution to the wind. I was like, I deserve this, baby. And apparently I never stopped deserving it. I told myself today I was going to be good and like eat my meal prepping and, you know, not snack when I'm not hungry. Don't eat junk food. Like, you know, keep it clean, eat clean. And then my friends Irene and Megan texted me and they said, come get all you can eat sushi right now. And I did that instead. I had a lot of white rice today, and if you're a fan of my videos, you know how I feel about white rice. We do not get along. Who or what is your spirit animal? I have a few. Sometimes I think my real spirit animal is like a shelter dog. I actually wrote a poem about it. Like, shelter dogs like will act mean and tough sometimes, but it's because they've been hurt and they're scared. But I think my other spirit animal is a hedgehog, because underneath they're super soft and fluffy and love to be touched and pet. But also, if you approach them too quickly or if they don't know you, they will stab the fuck out of you. If you could change one lyric from one of your songs, what would it be? Of my songs that are released, I can't think of any, but there is one that I already recorded that isn't mastered yet that I think I'm gonna change a lyric to, because I had the lyric this way and then I changed it and then I miss it the way it was originally, but I might change it on the last verse so that I can have the best of both worlds. I gotta stop doing that. That's one thing that keeps happening in my writing sessions, is like I'm so obsessed with words, and sometimes I just be doing the most. Sometimes I just have way too many words and they end up being like almost rap songs, like because I have so many lyrics in a row. But dude, my new music is so good. What are your plans for the next few months with music and stuff? Wow, you guys are really asking about the stuff that I like talking about, so I appreciate that. Well, I plan on finishing the album, and then I have to, you know, produce some really dope music videos. I have to get some album art out, so a lot of photography going on. It is really stressful, but in a good way. It's exciting stressful. I like being busy and occupied with stuff that makes me happy. I could be busy and occupied with stuff that doesn't make me happy, so I'm very, very grateful to be in the position that I'm in. And then obviously, once the music's out, I hope I'll be touring. Hopefully I'll have the book finished and that'll be in the works. Oh yeah, I'm meeting my book designer tomorrow. So many exciting things are happening. Hopefully I'll have my merch figured out and what we're doing with that. So there's a lot going on. I'm very excited. How much did you like math when you were in school? T minus, not at fucking all. I hated math so much. In fact, I did cheat a lot in high school for sure, because it was too easy to and I would get so bored. I think there's like a quote somewhere that says, hire the laziest people you know because they'll find the most efficient, quickest way to do something. And that's true, baby. Have you ever tried peanut butter and pickles? I know it sounds nasty, but I got it from BuzzFeed and it's so good. You know what? I haven't, and I really would like to try it very much. And if I was a good YouTuber, what I would have done is read that question, gone to the store, and bought peanut butter and pickles. However, I'm not that YouTuber. Who's your favorite author? Chuck Palahniuk. Feel free to clock me if I said that incorrectly. And my favorite book by him is probably Invisible Monsters, but conceptually, he's just so cool. Oh my god, can I get an Audible sponsorship? The fuck? If you could date any male YouTubers, who would they be? Honestly, I sat and thought on that for a minute, and I can't think of a single one, but also I don't think that a single one would date me either. I don't think there's ever been a male YouTuber who has shown any interest in me. No, I guess that's not true, but I mean, you guys remember the smash or pass craze.
Don't have to pass. She just not my type. It's all cool though, no disrespect.
What advice would you give teens with lots of anxiety and who struggle with feeling motivated? Love you, and you are like my online big sis. What's up, little sis? Teens who struggle with lots of anxiety, I mean, that's all I freaking talk about anymore is anxiety. Channel it, I guess, would be the best advice, because when I'm feeling anxious thoughts, I try to make notes of something that it feels like or reminds me of, and then it comes into play later in poetry or song or a drawing or whatever it is. Like a good example I think would be, I was laying in bed one night, I was thinking about how my anxiety felt like there was just static in my veins, like it was this constant buzzing in my brain, my neurons, and then that turned into
overwhelmed, overworked, overpaid. I'm on top of the world sitting pretty on a stack, but the static still cracks in my veins.
I mean, I guess that's my biggest advice, is just use everything that you can, remember everything, take note of everything. I said in my last video, which by the way, if you haven't watched it, please watch it, but I said in my last video that I think the secret to happiness is finding a way to be grateful for your pain. The thing that got me through my tough times was telling myself, when I get out of this, I'm going to have so much to talk about. I'm going to be so much stronger. I'm going to have so much inspiration. I'm going to have such a message to share with the world. I'm going to write songs and do poetry, and like I was trying my best to literally feel grateful for hurting, and it worked. Wow, this is okay. Yes! Can you spill any tea about future music and poetry? Yeah, but this video I've talked about it enough. What is your favorite activity to do when you're not filming? Honestly, I love working out. I really do. Like at this point, it's not just like me trying to be fit and achieve goals. I genuinely love it. It makes me feel so good. I love eating sushi with friends. I love hanging out by the pool, either by myself or with Taylor, who I'm so grateful lives right up the street from me, and we both have pools, so that is so nice. I'm kind of at all times constantly working, but I love my work so much, and my work is hobbies. Like I'm writing, I'm drawing, I'm doing things that I love to do. So how many songs will be on the album? Right now, I have like 20 songs. I'm not going to put 20 songs on the album. I'm thinking it's going to be between 16 and 18. I'm worried about the length of it because I want people to listen to the whole album. Who's got a new connection on Rhea? Speaking of, are you dating? That was really weird that I got that as that, whoa. I'm not dating for a year. I think 6 months in. It was when I broke up with my last boyfriend. I was like, ugh, I just need a minute. I like had a rebound moment, and now he's one of my good friends. Sup, boo? I don't have time to date right now. I went into detail about this in my chit chat Get Ready With Me, so I'm gonna link that down below if you're interested. How long do you plan on doing YouTube for? Will you slowly transition into only music? No, I will absolutely not transition into only music, and I will never leave YouTube. And I want that to be very clear. I can't foresee the future in the way that, like, you know, if my music takes off and then I'm touring and shit, like obviously I'm not going to be able to sit down and do a weekly video like this, but I'm never going to abandon the platform. Even if I'm just showing you guys like vlogs behind the stage on tour, or more music focused content, or if I'm just doing more simple videos like this, like Q&As, or letting you watch me draw merch designs, or, you know, I'm getting my makeup ready for a show and talking to you while my makeup's getting done, stuff like that. I'll always dye my hair, and if I dye my hair, I'm going to show you guys. In fact, there was another question. Do I ever plan on coloring my hair a crazy color again? Yes, I'd love to. And I want you guys to leave in the comments, what color do you think that my hair should be in the future? I really wanted to do like bright orange, like true orange, but I'm too afraid that since like I'm a female who does sort of like punky vocals, that people will compare me to Hayley Williams too much. And I don't want to be compared to Hayley Williams because she's like a really good singer. Have you ever gotten detention in school or ISS? Yes. One time I got a Saturday detention because my shirt was not tucked in, and I think that's a very inappropriate reason to give somebody detention, but we had a really strict dress code, which is wild actually, because I was at an inner city public school and they were like insanely strict with dress code, which feels like shouldn't be a thing, but was a thing. Actually got ISS a lot of times. I was pretty unruly in school. I talked back to teachers a lot. It was weird because I used to be like the teacher's pet, and then I turned into class clown because I was having like trouble at home and stuff, and I like had a lot of misplaced anger and needed to act out. The ISS teacher like loved me, and I actually really liked getting ISS because we would just like talk and they would let me bring in snacks. Gabby, I don't like watermelons. Do you hate me? No, I don't hate you, but I am concerned for you. I think you might hate yourself for not allowing yourself to enjoy the perfect treat that is watermelon. But also, I went on a weird rant on my second Twitter about this. If you don't follow my second Twitter, it's my favorite social media platform. And if you ever want to know the real me, follow my second Twitter. How weird is it that humans have food preferences? Like, animals just eat what they're supposed to eat. Like, they just know and they eat it and they don't complain. Like, do animals eat for pleasure? I mean, I guess dogs sort of do because they kind of beg for table scraps. But for the most part, like, dogs will eat whatever you give them. The point is, for me, watermelon's orgasmic. I love it. And then this person's like, I don't like watermelon. Like, that's so weird to me. Do you like LA better or Pittsburgh? LA, for sure. Pittsburgh's an amazing city. It's voted like one of America's most livable cities almost every year. Culturally, it's great. Transportation's great. There's a lot to do there. Food's great. Sports are great. But it just wasn't for me. LA is my home. The first time I visited LA, I knew LA was my home. Even when I was bouncing around trying to figure out where I live, where I belong, nothing ever felt like home the way LA felt. Cause I'm dying in LA. What's your favorite poem in adolescence? I think Boom. I really love that one. That actually came from a moment of a real conversation I had. Memories, man. That's a weird thing about like music and poetry and stuff is like you write it and it's there and then it's like, oh, that was like a really painful memory. If you had spent more time hyping / preparing Satellite, do you think it would have turned out differently? I don't know, and I try not to think about it. I think that I probably would have, but I don't think that it was supposed to. I truly believe that in life you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and every step you take, every move you make, even the painful ones, even the ones that really upset you in the moment or disappoint you in the moment, actually always end up really benefiting you. And if you really look back on your life, I dare you all to do this. Look back at some of the worst moments of your life and then figure out how it shaped you into a better person or how it led to something greater. Every heartbreak, every falling out, every bad situation growing up, like you can choose what those things mean too. Like if you have a really shitty situation at home, you can choose to be like, wow, like my life sucks, my life's really hard. Or you can be like, okay, I hate being at home, I can't be here anymore. What can I do to make sure that I get out of this situation and never come back? And when I look back at my life, this is not what the question was. Wow. But every question sends me on a tangent. I can't wait to have a podcast. Everything can lead to something. Like I said, be grateful for your pain. Use your heartbreak as inspiration and everything will be okay, I'm telling you. What's your favorite childhood memory? I have this really insane memory from when I was younger. My dad used to put me and my sister on top of the fridge. On top of the fridge, children, very small children, and we could watch him make pancakes. That means we're on the fridge on top of boiling hot oil and a fire top stove. But it was actually a really good memory. My dad used to pretend he was an apple tree and hold apples, and we would climb up to pick the apples out of his hands, and that was always really fun. I like doing that a lot. Favorite college memory, winning best choreography for Greek Sing. It was a dance competition where I pretended like I was a choreographer even though I had no idea how to dance and definitely didn't know how to choreograph and definitely didn't know hip hop, but I pretended to be a choreographer and we won best choreography, and it was actually a really good show. When you saw my welcome back edit, did you think I was a crazy person with too much time on my hands? No, I fuck with you. That's the type of like dedication and support and love that I like. What's your favorite Vine that you have made? I actually forgot about a lot of my Vines, and I watched a compilation recently. Dude, I was like, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I was like funnier than I thought I was. Like I was laughing at them because I forgot the jokes, and then I was watching them sort of as fresh eyes, and I was like, that's kind of funny. But the ones that were most popular, people really liked Happy Camper, people really liked me as a parent, but I always kind of like my one-off jokes. Like I had one that was like something about like, did you have a date? How did your date go? And you're like, I totally blew it. How'd your date go? I totally blew it. So you're not gonna see him again? No, I'm gonna see him this Saturday. I thought you said it didn't go well. No, it went really well. That's why I blew it. I think Happy Camper was the most notably me thing. Describe yourself in 3 words. Please don't die. Describe yourself in 3 words. Work in progress. Oh wow, if you could describe how you've changed during the last 4 years in 3 words, what would you choose? Work in progress. Will you ever consider opening your P.O. box again? Probably not, and I have multiple reasons. One is because you guys saw how I am when I did my hoarding video. I have a really hard time letting stuff go, and I feel bad if somebody sent me something or made me something to just throw it away, and it was just getting to the point where like it was taking over my life. So for that reason, no. And also, you guys like to send me a lot of snacks and candy and stuff, which is cool, but I have like a problem with like food and self-control and body image and weird things from my childhood that I like eerily allude to all the time, that I have a weird... My iPad just died. I have like a weird relationship with food, so I can't just throw it away or get rid of it or give it to a friend. Like if it's in the house, I'm gonna eat it, and then it becomes like a weird thing. Anyways, it just wasn't healthy for me to have it. But I do miss your letters, and I do miss, you know, your gifts. It was so nice to have. I'm gonna charge my iPad and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back. I have an extension cord now. Do I still collect magnets?
Yes, my magnet collection has gotten quite large.
If you could describe your album in 3 words, what would they be? A complete story. How the heck did Bonkers start? It's iconic, bro. I have no idea. It's just a word that came into my brain. This wasn't a question, but one thing that'll just like fuck me up more than anything is when technology doesn't work, which is wild. Imagine not ever having technology. The pencil's at 14%. What is wrong with you? I can't stop saying cosmic because my life has been so cosmic lately. Maybe I'll talk about it in an upcoming video. Keep getting distracted. Oh, and spooky. I started saying that last year, and then after I started saying it, everybody started saying it. Now, I'm not saying I started it, but I'm saying nobody said it until I started saying it. Actually, I think my ex-boyfriend started it because he always said it and I'd never heard anybody else say that. Not the pathological liar one, the one before that. He always said, ooh, that's spooky. So I started saying it, and then all of a sudden everyone started saying it. Do you get how football works? Honestly, not even like a little for a second any part of the game at all makes sense to me. Oh my god, I'm wearing a football shirt! Cosmic! What is one thing that has drastically changed your life this year? The thing that has drastically changed my life this year has been me and my mindset and what choices I make. I have changed my life the most this past year. What's your biggest regret? My biggest regret is trying for so long to fit in with the cool kids. My whole life. I wanted to be popular so badly, like high school, college, adulthood. Like I was less concerned with building real relationships than I was with trying to fit in with the cool kids. In high school, I would have had such a better time if I hung out with people who were more like me, who were artistic and weird, and like I was so poor and like I was so afraid of people knowing that I was poor that I would just try so hard to fit in with the cool kids and the popular kids. And you know, they were my friends and that's who I hung out with, but I never connected with them, and it was always like pretending because like none of them actually cared about anything except for themselves. And then I just continued that like pattern throughout my life, and then when I finally stopped giving a fuck about being popular and just wanted to be happy and hang out with people who I could have like real conversations with and like fuck with me for me, like I just wish I would have come to that sooner. Like my sister Monica, I respect her so much, and I wish that's another regret. I wish I would have listened to my sister longer, because if I would have just been listening to my sister from childhood, I would be so much better off so much sooner. But again, everything's a journey, everything happens for a reason. But I remember my sister used to want to be popular really bad. We just talked about this recently. The popular kids made her feel like she wasn't cool, and then she realized, well, fuck that, I'm gonna hang out with people who think I'm cool. Later in life, what are your plans, like new place, car, etc.? Car, you guys know I don't care. Place, I plan on getting a house. I actually thought I was gonna get a house this year, but then I just got so busy doing other stuff. Like, I don't have time to go buy a freaking house. And then when you buy the house, the actual process of finding a house you like is hard. All the paperwork and negotiations and all that stuff is really hard. And then after that, you have to like move in. Like, that sounds so stressful right now, moving into a new place. And then like I only have enough stuff for like a 2-bedroom apartment, and I would probably get rid of most of the furniture that I have because it's not very nice. It's like IKEA stuff. Nothing wrong with IKEA, but like if I move into like a beautiful house, I'm gonna move up to living spaces. Then you got to do all that and like decorate, and that just that feels like a lot of work. And also, my life plan, I don't plan on having like kids. I want to foster children. Maybe I'll talk about that more in depth some other time, but that feeling that women get when they're like, I'm gonna have kids, like I'm so excited, and they meet a guy and they're excited about like reproducing and they have biological clocks. I don't have that, but I have that feeling when I think about how cool it's gonna be to foster kids and then fall in love with them and adopt them. That sounds like really cool to me. What's your favorite part about making music? Dude, I freaking love all of it, but I think just being able to say the shit that you can't say and stuff that you can't just come out and talk about. You can say whatever you want in music, and I love writing, so lyrics and wordplay are really fun to me. Finding a way to like lay down some really sick lyrics on a really dope beat and track, like, oh, that's good, man. It's just expressive, it's fun. Everybody likes music. I've heard that your name is a French name. Did you ever take up French classes in high school? Oui. That's literally all I know, but I did take 4 years. How do you say 4 years in French? 1, 2, 3, 4 God. 4 années. 4 années. Is the song you're releasing in October going to be released on the 31st or in the month of October? I'm hoping for October 26th, but a bunch of stuff happened that I won't get into detail about, and maybe I will later. You've grown so much as a creator, entertainer, editor, and artist. What are you most proud of yourself regarding your growth, creativity, and content? I'm so much more raw, which if you would have asked me like a year ago about that, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm super raw on YouTube. I talk about everything and anything. I don't care. Did you see me adjust to my good side really quick? I caught myself in the viewfinder and then turned. But I'm just a lot more raw and emotional and saying vulnerable things that I've hidden since I was like 15, and now I'm just kind of letting it all out. I'm really proud of that, and I think you guys are fucking with it too. What's the worst and best thing about the internet? The best thing about the internet is anybody can say anything about anything. And the worst part about the internet is anybody can say anything about anything. How should you deal with fake people? If you got $1 million tomorrow, what would you buy first? Honestly, probably nothing. You guys know me. I'm not a money-driven person. Like, I still drive a Toyota Corolla. I don't care.
Rolling through in a brand new Toyota Corolla.
I still live in my 2-bedroom apartment. I don't care.
Live alone in a 2-bedroom apartment, but it's real cheap, you can tell by the carpet.
I still don't have designer things. I don't care. I guess I would spend it on like a really big music video. I think that would be like, yeah. What's a good habit you have now that you wish you started earlier? Oh my god, eating well and exercising. Dude, I'm so upset. If I'm like angry with my parents about anything, it's the fact that they did not care enough to make me work out and like give me good meals. They didn't know better. Like growing up in the 90s, parents didn't know. Like we were drinking Sunny D and we thought that was like good for you. It's not. So they didn't really know better, but it took me so long to get into the habit of working out. And the secret is once you start working out and it becomes a habit, it's a habit. Like you want to do it. It feels good to do it. And I just wish I would have started earlier. Would have saved myself a lot of trouble. When is the last time you cried? Today, actually. Yeah, today. But it wasn't really like a sad cry. I'm just an emotional person. Oh my god, is that everything? That's so crazy because I'm literally finishing the last bit. Hold on. Pretending that I'm answering a question right now so that it's like we magically finished at the same time. But honestly, pretty damn close. Holy shit. Cosmic. Cosmic! So I'm about to reveal to you not only a merch design, but also a lyric for the upcoming song, which I've played for a lot of people and they've heard a lot of my other songs. A lot of people say this is their favorite song, and I think it's my favorite song. I'm not gonna tell you the title of it yet or what it means. I'll probably do a separate video on that completely, but this is the design that I just did. It's a heart and it says nothing left inside, and it'll probably be, where's your heart go? Here. So it'll probably be here on the shirt. So it's like your heart. So there's that. If I was smart, I would wait to reveal merch until I actually had merch ready to go. But that ain't me. And yeah, that's also a lyric from the song. So, woo! Thank you guys so much. How many minutes is this? I don't even want to know. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. This is this week's Showstopper of the Week. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you very much. Am I missing something? I don't know. As always, I love you very much. Thanks for being a part of my family, and I'll see you next time.
Say you're talking to me honestly, but you're lying to me.